Kids Online here at Gracepoint. We hope that you had a fantastic, awesome Easter and that you had lots of Easter eggs and that you just had a fun week with your family and that you are now ready to join us for our next lesson. Now, Easter is finished, but it's not completely finished, right?
No.
There's a few things that we still need to talk about. Yes, Jesus died and we know that he rose from the dead and that he's alive because we know that he appeared to his disciples and he'd appeared to Mary and the girls. But now today there's a special story we're going to share with you guys. So don't go away because we have a lot to talk about. Now, this is your very first time here at Kids Online here at Gracepoint. Welcome, welcome. We love new people, don't we?
Yes.
And we hope that you will come and visit us face to face in person because we are open and we have an amazing program for you here at Gracepoint. Muddy church, moving church, godly play. Oh, we just have so much to do. So guys, please, if you can, come and visit us online, face to face. But otherwise, we'll see you online. Now, before we do anything else, I know that a lot of boys and girls had birthdays this week.
Yay.
So let's go to the birthday board and see who had a birthday this week. Happy birthday, everyone! Well, we hope that you had an amazing birthday, that you had lots of cake and presents and you just had a lot of fun. And we hope that your year will be filled with God's blessings and favor. Now, boys and girls, as we thank God for what he has done for us, we need to remember one way that is very easy peasy to do just that, and that is to give our 10%, our offerings. Now, Lolo's holding our little DIY money box here, and what we do is every day or every week, we put some of our pocket money into our little money boxes, and we say to God, this is our way to thank you, besides being kind and caring and generous to other people, but this is a direct way how we can thank God for what he has done for us. So, if you guys have popped in your money, remember we're going to use it wisely here at Gracepoint. When you pay it into our Gracepoint account, we use it to help the people that are in need, and you also help us to keep our lights and everything going so that we can be online with you. All right, so are we ready to pray?
Yes.
Hands together, boys and girls, eyes closed. Let's go. Father God, we just thank you so much for the privilege of giving to you in a small way, even if it's just with our pocket money, 10% of our pocket money. Father God, we pray that this will be a blessing to you as we use it to bless others. Bless the families, Father, that is represented online and in church today, and may your blessing and favor just be upon them. We ask this in Jesus' precious name. Amen. Amen. Okay, boys and girls, we are going to go worshiping with Kezia, and then we will come back with a very exciting lesson. I'm sure you're wondering what all these things are around us. We will tell you when you come back from worship. Bye!
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another Worship with Kezia. My name is Kezia, but you can call me Kez or Kezia, whatever you're comfortable with. And what is your name? Well, it's very nice to meet you. And if you are here for the very first time, hi! For all of you who are here for the very first time ever, hi! So excited you guys decided to join us. And for all of you who joined us for the past few weeks, hi! I'm so excited you guys are back as well. So today we have two songs for you. And the first song's name is Let Your Light Shine. And it's one of the super easiest songs you'll ever get. So we're first gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Grab your candle and go blow it out. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're gonna go. Let your light shine. And we're gonna go. And let Jesus shine through you. And then we're gonna go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? And then we're gonna go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And those are all the moves. So, oopsie, I forgot one. So you go, point to yourself and you say, you're not scared. Then point in front of you and say, you're not scared. Then all of us together, we're not scared. And that is all the moves. So, are you ready? I'm sorry. I asked, are you ready? Perfect, let's go.
Creep, creep, creep in the dark, fear comes to blow out all your lights. Doesn't want you telling everybody that Jesus rules all right. Let your light shine, whoa. Let your light shine, whoa. Let your light shine and let Jesus shine through you. Giant fears are really small when all you see is God. Don't be afraid to stand up tall and give a great big shout. Let your light shine, whoa. Let your light shine, whoa. Let your light shine and let Jesus shine through. 'Cause I'm not scared. I'm gonna let my light shine. And you're not scared. 'Cause you're gonna let your light shine. We're not scared. We're gonna let our light shine. 'Cause Jesus is Lord. And he's gonna let his light shine. You ready? You see it? Let your light shine. Whoa. Let your light shine. Whoa. Let your light shine and let Let your light shine. Whoa. Let your light shine. Whoa. Let your light shine and let Jesus shine through you.
Was that not so much fun, everybody? Because I know I had so much fun in that one. So, the second song we're going to be doing today is called One Way. And these moves are a little bit more complicated, but it's okay. We'll get through it. So, here you go. I lay my life down at your feet. You're the only one I need. I turn to you and you are always there. Boom, In troubled times, it's you I seek. I put you first, that's all I need. I humble all I am unto you. And we go. 1, 2, 3. One way, 1, 2, 3. Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. Clap, clap, clap. Jesus, one way. Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way. Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. And there you go. You are always, always there. Every how and everywhere. I humble all I am, all to you. And then we go. One way. Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way. Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. And we go. You are the way, the truth, and the life. You live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. So let's say it one more time. So we go. You are the way, the truth, and the life. You live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. One more time. We're gonna go. You are the way, the truth, and the life. Live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. And those were all the words. So, are you guys ready? Perfect, let's go!
I lay my life down at your feet. You're the only one I need. I turn to you and you are always there. In troubled times it's you I see. I put you first, that's all I need. I humble all I am, all to you. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. You're the only one, you're the only one, you're the only one that I could live for. You're the only one, you're the only one, you're the only one that I could live for. You were always, always there. Every how and everywhere. Your grace abounds so deeply within me. You will never ever change. Yesterday, today, the same.
that is all that I have for you on this Secret Worship with Kezia. And that is all for me. Bye!
Welcome back, boys and girls. Hope you had tons of fun with Kezia. We are exhausted. Look how we're sweating after that. My life. She really gets us going. All right, boys and girls, we have a very fun lesson today for you. I'm wondering if you can figure out why we have all these things. I'm sure you can't. Well, let me tell you. We have been speaking this whole week about what can we see, but it's not really there. Or what can we feel, but it's not there. I can't see it, I can't feel it, I can't touch it, but it's there. That's a weird thing, hey guys?
Yeah, that's very
It was
cool.
very weird. We were talking about things that we know is there, but we couldn't see it, we couldn't feel it, we couldn't touch it. And we had a long conversation and some examples flying between us, and we got 6 very interesting ones for you. So Lola, what was one of the things that you came up with?
I think oxygen and
Carbon dioxide.
Yes.
And how does that work?
I think I can ask you and Vicky to breathe in.
Okay.
I'm counting. Okay, breathe out.
See, how could you let us not have oxygen and carbon dioxide for so long? Vicky, are you okay?
I think carbon dioxide and oxygen is the thing that you can't see, but you can breathe.
Yes, and it will kill us if we don't have them.
Yes.
So that's a very good, that was one of the ones we discussed. Hey, Lolo.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to breathe in and out and we can't see the exchange of the gases. Hey.
Yeah.
All right, and what did you come up again with?
I think it's electricity.
Ah, yes.
Yes, so there are so many forms of electricity. We can see the lighting and everything. So for today, I just chose 2 things.
Okay.
Okay, so one of them is the torch.
Okay, the torch. Okay.
So we normally, when I put it on, here is the on button, boys and girls. I put it. Is there any light?
It's not working.
No, sorry.
It's not working.
Yeah, I think so.
Why?
We told you that it doesn't work. There's no such thing as electricity.
No,
You wait, you wait.
Okay, we wait.
Let me check
Okay.
if there is a battery in here. Oh, guys, no.
No battery.
Can a torch work without a battery?
No.
Okay, so let's try to put a battery in.
Okay. You have to put it the right way, hey?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Let's see.
Ah. Yes, look.
It's working.
Okay, so now we see that when we put a battery in this torch, then it will light.
Because of electric current, isn't
The
it?
electric current. But if we pick up the battery, we can't see that electric current.
Clever.
But we know now, as I put it in and we switch it on, the light is showing.
Yes. So
So
the battery
which
alone
means-
can't do anything.
Nothing.
Okay, so the battery and the torch doesn't do anything.
Yes,
We have to put it together, and then
yes.
there's a current which we can't see.
We can't see, but it's happening,
Okay.
and that's how we see the light.
Excellent.
So the next thing is the fan.
Okay.
I've got the fan here. We know if we can put the fan on, if I haven't plugged on the electricity, nothing will happen.
That's true.
So if I,
Did you plug it in?
yes, I have plugged. Can you
Okay.
please switch it on?
Oh my eyes, look at that.
Can you see the fan is on? Because there is current going on, of which we can see.
Maybe we can ask Adam if he can go down to the plugs for
Yes,
us.
yes.
Adam, can you go to the plugs
Yes.
to
yeah.
show that Vicky has plugged it in? Vicky, maybe we can put it off,
Yeah,
plug it
put-
out.
Okay, so here is the plug for the fan.
Okay. Can
So
you come
can
back
you
here?
switch it on, Lee?
Oh, I'm trying.
Okay, okay.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No. Sorry.
Nothing. So if shaking up and down, which means there is something happening, which is the current, the
Of
electricity. So
Ah.
now we know, even if we can't see, but something is happening. Now I believe.
That there's electricity. We also actually believe that there's electricity
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Although while this is on, I think you came up with another interesting one. What was that?
I think wind.
Yes.
Well, like when we're going outside, I think because there's wind, you must hold your dresses.
Oh.
Yes, because
It
it's
goes
like
everywhere.
there's a movement of tray outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it looks like this, hey, Lord?
Yeah.
It's not the same like Vicky's one.
That's right. And again, it's currents.
Yeah.
It's warm and cold currents that are causing this wind to blow, but we can't see those
Nothing.
currents.
We
hey?
can't. We can't.
And I got two, guys, or maybe yeah, two, but I'll do one.
Okay.
So there are a lot of inventors, okay?
Yeah.
And they've invented stuff, but there was one that he didn't have to invent; he just discovered it.
Okay.
And his name was, I think his name was Newton, and he discovered gravity.
Oh.
Now let me show you what happens. There's two objects here. Can you see it?
Yes.
Now you have to hold them at the same height.
Yeah.
Same height. Okay, right.
Okay.
Now when I say three, you're not allowed to drop it before I say three because then it's going to be cheating.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, Lord Vicky, you cheated. Don't go like this. You just need to let it go.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh! And it falls at the same time, even though it weighs different things.
Yes.
And you know what it is? It's gravity.
Oh,
It makes you and I
Yes.
stand on the planet Earth.
Okay.
If there was no gravity, we would be floating like the astronauts float in the air. Because there's no gravity in
Yes.
space.
Yes. Yes.
So, can you see the gravity? Could you
Yes.
see it? Could
Yes.
you? No, you
No,
can't
no,
see.
no,
Can you
can't
see
see.
gravity?
Nothing. Nothing.
You can't see it.
No.
But you know it's there because what does it do? When I let it go, what happens to these?
They fall down.
Yes. So guys, gravity is something I definitely can't see.
No way.
But it works.
Yeah.
It pulls things together towards it. So the earth pulls the objects towards it. And it pulls our feet towards the planet, hey,
Yes,
where we
yes.
stand.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my one.
Mm.
Was there more?
Mm,
I got one more, but I think you've got one.
I got one.
Okay,
Okay.
tell us.
So the next one is the viruses.
Ah, we forgot about that one.
Yeah.
So in these days, most of the people, when you talk about the virus, we just thinking of
COVID.
one thing only.
Even if you're sick.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
all got COVID.
Then people just think about COVID. Yes, COVID is a virus that we can't see, but we know it's very dangerous. It makes us very, very sick.
Yeah.
And there's so many viruses out there that gets us sick. Our throats sore,
Oh.
and we are just
Flu for winter.
or we are just like, so those are the viruses, and they are very, very tiny that we can't even see. But we believe that it's there because we get sick.
Yes. And you know what? Very, very clever people take it and put it under a microscope.
Yes.
And then they can actually see it.
Yeah, they can't, but for
But
us,
we,
no,
You can't see.
nope,
so we believe that there's a virus because
Yes.
we see the sickness.
yes.
Ah, okay. I've got one last one.
Okay,
And that is all about our people who have invented stuff.
yes,
Okay. So guys, it's like this globe.
yeah,
Okay. Edison made this globe.
Mm.
Okay. And
Yeah.
he said there will be light.
okay,
And guys, I would never have believed it until I have actually seen him.
yeah,
And so now these days we have very modern lights, okay?
Yeah.
But seeing is believing. He
Yes.
said, guys, there will be, besides the candle, there will be light. And everybody laughed at him. Now,
Yeah.
Edison is dead long time ago, but we have the proof that he's alive through the bulb that has evolved. And we have very modern bulbs now. But guys, if we didn't have Edison and the bulb and the books that said that he's alive, we wouldn't have believed
Yeah,
it, right?
No.
The same thing with Alexander Bell. He was the first one to develop develop a type of a telephone. Now, guys, this is definitely not looking like the picture that Leseg was putting up for us. That was what the first phone looked like. Today, this is our phones. It's totally different. But guys, we would never have known about this invention from inventing of Alexander Bell if we didn't know about the first phone, or if people didn't write it down in books, right?
Yes.
We also know about Nelson Mandela, amazing historian. Now, some of us still live who, not me, I'm that old. Oh my gosh, that's terrible, guys. I was alive when he was still alive.
Yes.
And so a lot of our kids that are born now will never know Nelson Mandela and how he stood up for human rights.
Yes.
And how he believed in a fair and equal society. But you know, he's real, and he did live in South Africa, and he made an impact all around the world.
Yes.
But you know what? He will never be forgotten. Why? Because we have photos of him, we have books of him, and we have older people who speak about him, right?
Yes.
So even though we can't see him, we can't see Edison, we can't see Alexander Bell, we know from experience, maybe because we put on a light bulb, or we have a phone, or we know somebody who knew Nelson Mandela, that they were alive. So guys, even though we don't see it, we believe it.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
All these things that I showed you, or we showed you today, was things that is there, and we believe they're there because we can see it.
Yeah.
Only afterwards. Okay.
Yes.
But that is what our lesson is all about today. So even if I can't see it, even if I can't experience it, even if I can't meet the person, right, through what I can acknowledge,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
we know that it's true.
It's true.
It's true. It's
Yes,
there. It
it
exists.
Yes.
Okay, so boys and girls, we have an amazing story for you about someone who didn't believe that Jesus was alive.
Yes.
And his name was Thomas.
Thomas.
Doubting Thomas.
Oh.
And he was just like you guys, or like we were.
Yes.
We didn't believe that there was electricity. We didn't believe that there was viruses until we could see it under the microscope.
Yes.
We didn't believe that there was wind until we were standing outside and felt the wind.
Yes.
Okay. We didn't believe in gravity until we could see it with our own eyes.
Yes.
Now the same thing with Thomas. He didn't believe, he wanted to see. Let's go see what happens in our story. We'll be back straight after Storybook Corner. See you now. Hello boys and girls, and welcome to my story about Jesus appears to Thomas. We find the story in Mark, Luke and John. Now when Jesus appeared to the disciples the very first time, Thomas had been missing. When the others told him, "We had seen the Lord," he did not believe them. He said, "Unless I see and touch the nail marks in Jesus' hands and put my hand into the wound on his side, I will not believe." So a week later, his disciples were in the house again, and this time Thomas was with them. The doors were locked. Suddenly, Jesus appeared and said, "Peace be with you." Then, turning to Thomas, Jesus said, "Put your fingers here. See my hands. Reach out your hand and put it into my side. Stop doubting and believe, Thomas." Thomas replied, "My Lord and my God," as he fell to his knees. Then Jesus told Thomas, "You believed because you have seen me. How happier and blessed are those who believe but have not seen me." The end. Welcome back, guys. Wow, isn't that an amazing story?
Yes, it is.
I would give anything, guys, to have Jesus come right now and stand in our midst and show us his hands and let us touch it. Because then, guys, that would really mean that Jesus is alive, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What can you think of things that somebody said to you and you didn't believe it until you actually saw it? Was there something that happened to you?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us.
I think like me, the Bible.
Okay.
There's our Bible.
Okay.
You must read the Bible one way throughout.
Yes, yeah, that's very good. Excellent. Okay, all right.
And for me, I was fast asleep, and my daughter's like, Mom, do you know that it's raining outside? I'm like, no, it's not raining. I'm like, say, Ma'am, it is raining. Because it was a quiet rain, then I couldn't even hear. I'm like, no, I'm going to go and see for myself because I don't believe you. She's like, Mom! Then I wake up, I go out, I even actually went into the rain. I get soaked, I experience the rain, and it's when coming from there, I said, oh my daughter, you were right. It's raining.
So you had to see it.
I had
and
to
feel
see it, and I was soaked in it. It's when I'm like, oh my gosh, it's really.
Oh, that's a very nice story, Vicky. Okay, so how can we truly believe? Now, you, like your rain experience,
Yes.
you only truly believed it, you trusted, and you had faith in that rain not until you actually experienced it, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
how can we and the kids out there truly believe and trust and hope and have faith that Jesus is alive? Now, I think you already mentioned one of the things. Hey,
Yes.
what was it again?
I was saying to read the Bible.
Yes, that's right, because the Bible is like remember those historian books we spoke about?
Yes.
And the inventors' books? If we didn't have those books that told us that Alexander Bell or Edison or Newton discovered or invented these things, we wouldn't know because they are dead long time ago. And the same with the Bible. It tells us not only just Jesus' story, but stories right from the beginning with Adam and Eve and all of that. And also it tells us about the end, when we're going to go to heaven and how beautiful heaven is. So if we read our Bibles, Lolo, you are so right. It definitely helps us to truly believe, okay, and trust and hope in the fact that Jesus is true, that he's really there.
Yes.
And remember what I told you guys a while ago, that we talked about the prophecies.
Yes.
And if the prophecies weren't fulfilled, then
The
everything
Bible-
that was in the New Testament would have been a lie.
Yes.
So, and we saw that all of that happened. And then I told you that the Bible is yes and amen. Do you remember that?
Yes.
So, our Bible is yes and amen. And what is in there? Even though I can't see and touch Jesus, the Bible tells me that it's true.
Yes.
Okay, what is another way?
Oh, another way to
Remember.
Yeah, so we have to remember when we are told, even if we haven't seen, we need to believe because it's always there.
That's
And in the Bible, every story that is told in the Bible, we can see now that it's happening, which means it's real.
That's right.
So we just need to believe.
Yeah, so remember all the experiments we did today, right?
Yes. Yeah.
We only believed when we saw it, okay? Or we didn't even see it, but we could see an extension of that.
Yes.
So that's very true, Vicky. Even if I can't see something, it doesn't mean that it's not true.
Yeah.
So even though I can't see Jesus, it doesn't mean that he's not alive. Okay. And then lastly, I think, what did Jesus say to Thomas? Do you remember the last line? He said to him, Thomas, you believed because you saw. That's what he said to him.
Yeah.
But then he said something very important for us. Blessed are those who believe, but they have not yet seen. So boys and girls, this week, as we say goodbye to you after this very exciting story we had here going, some things we saw, some things we didn't see, some things we believed, and it was very confusing today, but we loved it. Just remember this, even though you can't see something, it doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah.
Even though you can't experience it, it doesn't mean it's not there. Even though you can't maybe hold it or touch it or feel it, it doesn't mean it's not there. And that goes for Jesus. We might not be able to touch him, feel him, see him, but he's there. He's real. The Bible tells us that. We know that the word of God is yes and amen. And most importantly, he says, blessed are those who haven't seen but believed. So be blessed this week as you guys believe that Jesus is truly the Son of God. He died on the cross for us. He's alive. And that we are going to go to heaven to him when we die here on earth. Have a fantastic week. Why don't you guys go do some experiments with things that you can't see but is really there?
Exactly, yeah.
And tell us.
Yes.
Send it to liana@gracepoint.co.za and tell us about what experiments you did, you and your family or you and your friends, about things that you couldn't see but you proved is truly there.
Yes.
All right. We are going to go to the Doodle Studio, have tons of fun in the Doodle Studio, and we'll see you back next week with another lesson. Bye!
Bye, guys.
Welcome back, boys and girls. Welcome to the Doodle Studio. Vicky and I, just remember how to doodle it. Just doodle it. Doodle kids. Right, Vix, let's show the kids what we're going to do on our first craft this morning. Right, what we need for this craft is go to the children's webpage and find this colorful picture where you'll find the disciples, Jesus, Thomas, a very strange looking hand and arm, and then we also have the whole scene that we're going to set there. Right, you also need a pair of scissors. You can use glue or you can use press stick, whichever one you've got at home. And then let's start. So the very first thing you all know we always do is cut out. And so Vicky, to save some time for us already, she has cut out the pictures beautifully for us. There they go. Now she's going to fold the room. Vicky, can you fold the room for us? Show us. Yes, on the green little line, you fold the room and make sure it can stand up beautifully. Very good. Now you'll see your disciples. You also need to fold on the green little area. So Vicky's going to show us again. Fold your disciples on the green area. That's it. Make sure that they can stand by themselves. Beautiful. And then we're going to do the same with Jesus and with Thomas. All right. Okay, well done, Vicky. Now what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to put this picture together. Now that's why we need the glue and the and the press stick, because sometimes our little figurines don't want to stand up straight. So the first thing we do is we put some glue or some press underneath the disciples on the green part that is folded back. There we go. So you can use glue or you could use press stick like Vicky is doing. And they go right at the back of the room because they are watching to see the interaction between Jesus and doubting Thomas. Okay, the next picture closest to the door, in the front of the door actually, but closest to the door, we're going to stick down Thomas. You can stick down Thomas down. Okay. Baby, do your hand last, okay? Let's first just stick Thomas on. Thomas is standing nicely. Let's put on some press stick or Prit onto the little arm and attach the arm to Thomas's body. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put Jesus next to Thomas, but make sure that Thomas's hand is touching Jesus's hand. Very good. Right, now we have a finished product that's already done on the other side. Now we've got two. One that we showed you how to assemble it. And then we have one that Vicky has completed already. Well done, Vicky. Look at those two. Look at the disciples looking on with big eyes as Jesus and Thomas discusses his doubting. Well done, Vicky. Very good craft. A beautiful craft, Vicky. You did a very good job. Boys and girls, I hope you'd enjoyed this craft. Let's say bye to Vicky and then zoom to our next craft. Bye, Vicky. Bye. Hello, Lolo. Right, let's see what Lolo's got for us today to make. So we're going to zoom down to to our pictures. Right, this you're going to find on our kids' webpage. Now you'll see it's a strange looking picture with two different hands and a strip with some words on it. Now you can choose which one you want to do. Either the one that's already got the heart, and then you just have to color the hearts in red, or the one without the hearts, but then you have to draw in the hearts. Now, we need some pencils to color in, we need some pair of scissors, a craft knife, and we need some glue if you are going to do your own hearts. Okay, so the very first thing we need to do is go and cut out our hands and the strip that has got the verse on. So Lolo has already done that for us, so we're going to ask Lolo just to swap her pictures around. Now, as you can see, we colored in our hearts and we colored in our strip of our Bible verse that says, "Stop doubting and believe." John 20 verses 24 to 29. We colored in ours yellow. Right, so the first thing we need is to find an adult that can cut the line open for us, the dotted lines within the heart. And obviously the one without the heart, you will also clearly see the dotted line. So get somebody with an adult or an older sibling to use their craft knife to slit those open. And you can see Lolo is going to put her hands through, or we've already done it. Lolo has already done it for us. Okay. Lolo, can you show us that our hole is already there? Put your hand from the back. There we go. There's our little slit open. I'm going to ask, can you go? There we go. Can you see our slit is open? Excellent. Okay. Now what we need to do is close our hands. Close our hands. Right. Okay, so Lolo, what Lolo's going to do now, she's going to take our strip with our Bible verse, our yellow strip, and she's going to start feeding it through the two lines that you've cut through with your craft knife. And she's feeding it. Look, she's going to pull it out on the other side. Just go all the way to the middle. There we go. Okay, Lords, let's see what we can see when we open up our hands. Yay! There's our Bible verse in the middle, and it says, "Stop doubting and believing." Okay, and on either side of the hand, it says John 20 and verse 24 to 29. But the most important thing is when our hands are open and we have a clear message where Thomas is touching Jesus' wounds, and it says, "Stop doubting and believe." Wow, that is a beautiful craft. Let's keep it open, Lilsey, so that everybody can see. Very easy. So there we go. I hope you colored in your red hearts. We forgot to tell you to do that in our steps. So don't forget to color in your red hearts, or draw your red hearts if you haven't. Then slit your little Bible verse through the hearts, close it up, and then you can go to everybody and say, "Look how he doubted until Jesus opened his hands and Thomas touched it. He believed." And our message today is stop doubting and believe. All right, boys and girls, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Let's say bye to Lolo. Bye, Lolo. Okay. Right, everybody, remember one more thing. Just remember how to doodle. Just doodle it. Doodle.